Good. Just needs another 6 inches.
I don't know. The only thing I was going to ask is about the weather. I don't know. Alright, good luck. Hey, here we go, boys.
This Rita. I'm Meredith. Oh, I'm gonna come over there.
Good evening, folks. We are live at the Ash Center, here to watch the exciting game of two rivals, Homestead versus Carroll High School. We were originally planned to play 3-game series next week against Carroll, but we got upgraded. We added another game in this week, so we'll end up playing 4 against them this season, far more than we'll play any other team. My name's Dan Palmer. I'm here with my co-host, Craig Collin. Craig, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Dan. I wish we had a little bit better weather in early May, but this is northern Indiana, so at least we're getting some baseball in.
And that's kind of what we've been saying all along every game, I think, is that we wish we had a little bit better weather.
We've already got some unruly fans trying to break into the broadcast booth, so we're going to need to hire some security.
And I see Ryan Burton behind me, one of the great football players from Homestead High School, going on to play at St. Francis next year. Maybe we'll bring him in for a little bit of the broadcast. He can join us and get an interview in later on in the game. Looks like tonight we're going to be leading off Homestead pitching with Cole Elkins.
Yeah, Cole's been in the rotation for Homestead, one of a very strong pitcher, left-hander, great fastball. He's got a slider. That when that is working, that's his out pitch. So we'll see how Cole gets going today.
And folks, you can see from the camera, we have a better angle than we had on Saturday, and we're hopeful that you'll get a better view of this game than you did on Saturday. We got a good view of home plate, first and second, halfway to third. You'll be able to catch the action out in center field and right field. All you're really going to lose on this broadcast is left field and third base. Hopefully we'll be able to give you the play-by-play when the ball heads that way.
Well, Dan, facing Carroll in any sport is always a big deal for Homestead. These are two rivals, but in baseball, since we are not in a conference, this is kind of the unofficial conference game. I'd like to think. So we've got a 4-game series against Carroll, and see how Homestead can do this year.
Yeah, it looks like we're leading off with number 7, and we put our tape over who number 7 is. It's Kirk.
D. Kirk. He's a sophomore.
And here's the first pitch, and it's 55 foot for ball 1.
We've got Bryce Yoder catching tonight. He's made several starts recently, done a great job, so looking forward to another good game from Bryce.
There's ball 2 high. And folks, as you can see from the camera angle, that it's a little bit cloudy tonight. We got a chance of rain tonight, but it's dropping down to a pretty low chance, and we're hoping that it remains at most a little sprinkle. That's ball 3.
Looks like familiar defensive setup for Homestead. We got Mike on first base, Graham at third base on the corners there, middle infield, Jaden Lepper and Brennan Weigert.
And that's 4 straight balls. Out in the outfield, we have in right field Luke Palmer. Center field's Carter Matheson, and left field, I'm not sure who's out in left today. It does not look like Nick Hockemeyer, who usually is out in left. Could that be Caleb Colpine out in left field?
It might be. With Mike on first, Caleb's either going to be DHing, or that might be Caleb out there in left field.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet this year. I know he plays some outfield in the summertime. And that's ball 1. That's 5 straight balls to start off the game. I'm sure Cole's going to settle in here shortly.
That's right. Come on, Cole. Settle in here. There we go.
And there you go. Strike right down the pipe. Cam Needon's up to bat. Needon's plays on the Northern Indiana Elite, so he's familiar in the summertime, so he's familiar to some of our players who also play on the Northern Indiana Elite. Micah Long and Caleb Colpine.
I believe he's a senior, Dan.
Yes, he is. Counts 2-1, no outs. Man on first.
Not a very big lead from first.
And just when you say that, there's a pickoff attempt.
Yeah, a little surprised he went over there. That lead was only about 8-9 feet. Not a strong lead at all, especially for a leadoff hitter.
Yeah, and they don't. Their team doesn't do a lot of stealing. Their top guy has 8 stolen bases. Counts 3-1.
Obviously, we didn't get a season last year, Dan, but 2 years ago, Carroll did a lot of bunting, a lot of small ball, very aggressive. We'll see how what style of play they come with tonight.
And that's ball 4. We have men on first and second. Doesn't bode well for Homestead at this point. You are going out to talk to Cole about maybe settling in a little bit.
Yep. I think Cole's been a strong pitcher for us. He will walk some batters here and there, but I expect him to settle in here in the next batter. So he's one of those pitchers that once he does settle in, getting the bat on the ball is going to be very difficult for Carroll. So fully capable of getting strikeouts.
And this is Duba up to bat. He bats .375. And he comes in with a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Carroll to do much running right now. I think they'll wait to see if they get another freebie.
And here you go, just like you said, as if on command. The batter shows bunt.
Cole is a lefty, so if they do push it down to third base, I would expect to see Graham hold his bag and Cole make that throw to third for the force. Mike is playing a little bit in from first base.
And there's a called strike. It's 1-2. I'm pretty sure nobody has swung a bat yet in this game. But I'm thinking that Dupa's going to think about swinging a bat with this pitch.
Yeah, I can see the slider right here as long as it doesn't get in the dirt.
And he swings at a high strike. And we've got one out. I think he just swung at a ball on that one.
Yeah, looked a little bit high, but with 2 strikes and as hard as Cole throws, he's got to make a pretty early decision whether he's going to swing or not.
Got to protect. Smith's up to bat. He's batting .333 on the season. And we just saw a shot at the curveball there. Missed outside. Or was that his slider?
Couldn't really tell from this angle.
I see a bigger lead out at second. And a double steal attempt going to third, and he is, oh.
Great throw by Bryce to Graham at third.
Yep, good tag. Fans aren't happy about that call. I know it was a very close call out there.
Yeah, boy, that's a tough call. That's the umpire is playing between second and third base. Really didn't have a good angle on that tag. I think we might have got him there, but just didn't have a good angle to make that call.
Yep, and the count's 1-1. Men on second and third, 1 out. He fouls that one off for strike 2. Counts 1-2, 1 out.
All right, Cole's ahead here again. See what they go with.
Right there. Sorry about that, folks at home. Had to help catch her out, locate the ball.
Yeah, that actually got by Bryce, but the umpire caught him, I think, in the knees or somewhere, and thankfully the ball stayed right there around home plate. So runner at third holds. Thank you, Blue.
And we see the umpire pat Bryce on the back on that one. 2-2. We got 1 out. Men on second and third. And there it is. He fans him with a fastball right down the center of the plate. And that is 2 outs.
Good job, Cole. He's settling in a little bit. His fastball starting to locate, especially down at the knees. That's a tough pitch to hit,
And
even if you know it's coming.
And the up's calling it, so that's good.
That's right.
It's senior week for our baseball players. Each night the moms are preparing something special for the seniors. That's called a ball. It was a good spot, but probably a bit low.
Yeah, might have been just inside, but didn't miss by much. It was close.
If that was on 2 strikes, I would expect that he would have been swinging at that one. And he swings at the same pitch, I believe.
Yeah, that looked a little low too, but we'll take it. Foul ball down the third base line. Got ahead of it. They're swinging early.
And they need to. Counts 1-1 with 2 outs.
Cole's been clocked up to, I think, 92 in the offseason. Don't know what he's thrown during the season, but he throws a really hard fastball.
Misses with that curve. Counts 2-1.
Well, Well, first base is open. We get a little bit of wiggle room here, but let's see if we can get a strike.
And that one's right down the pipe. It's hit well foul of the third base line. Strike 2. Ball 2, strike 2, 2 outs. The money pitch here. See if we can end this inning right here.
Well, he's still, 2-2. Let's see if he goes back to the curve or just tries to finish it with a fastball again. They're really trying to time out his fastball. If he gets his curve going again, they don't have a chance.
And there it is, misses high. And the count is full. Go with your best pitch here.
Yeah, I still like that call on the 2-2 to go for the curveball. I know it hasn't been consistent for him yet, but they're really trying to time that fastball out. They're not even swinging at the curve.
Oh, but he does swing at that curve. First base is open, so the runner's running, and he's out on the drop third strike.
Boy,
And
they were not expecting a curveball on a full count when he's had trouble locating it. Great pitch by Cole.
that was a good call by whoever made that call for that pitch, because that batter just had no idea it was coming, and at the last second he pulled the trigger too much because it was a ball.
Absolutely.
But he couldn't stop himself.
Absolutely. No, that was fun to see. He got a little bit of trouble early with a couple walks, but he settled in nicely and went with 3 Ks in a row, didn't he?
He did, yep. So 2 walks, 3 strikeouts to end that half inning. And now let's see if the Homestead bats can come to life here early. That's our MO on this season, so hopefully we'll be able to contend it. We've got Coons, who is senior, pitching in this game. His ERA is 2.42. It's one of the higher ERAs, in fact, the highest ERA on this Carroll pitching staff. But this Carroll pitching staff is a tough group. In fact, they've given up 40 runs this season in their 15 games they've played, or 13 games they've played. So outstanding pitching they've been doing.
You know, Carroll, I think over the years is probably known for pitching. They've sent a lot of pitchers to college baseball, Division I baseball. I mean, they've done a great job with developing pitchers over the years. So I'm not surprised at all to see Carroll with a staple of really good pitchers.
But on the flip side, Homestead has one of the best hitting teams we've certainly seen this season out of any team we've played. I believe if you went back and looked at the stats, we have out-hit every team we have played this season, with the exception of maybe our first game of the season, where, frankly, we just hadn't yet gotten our game going. But at this point, Homestead's hard to beat with the bats, and leading off is going to be Nick Hockmeyer. We've seen him leading off for quite some time now, doing a fantastic job, and I expect him to be aggressive because he's always aggressive.
Yep.
First swing, first pitch, first swing.
Fastball for a strike on first pitch, and Nick is definitely pretty consistent on trying to go after those pitches.
And that's a ball in the dirt. 1-1.
All right, Nick, let's get on base here.
And that's a ball.
Pitcher's, it's not sidearm, Dan, but it's definitely below a three-quarter arm there a little bit.
Yep, it's somewhere in between. Let's call it a 2/3 arm.
There we go.
And that's a strike. It does come from a weird spot, though.
Yeah, that looked a little bit more traditional from a 3/4 arm slot, but a little bit of a hitch in his throwing style. But
It's not the bad, trust me. It's gonna be thud, not like that. Thud. You know that.
Umpires giving a lecture to a fan who's questioning whether or not that was a ball or a strike, Dan?
I guess that's what that conversation was about, but the count's 2-2 with no outs. And that's called ball low, maybe a little inside. That was a close one, though.
That was, but it looked low from the start.
And the count is full.
Good job to
lead off batter. And there it was outside, and both teams walk the leadoff batter. And now comes Carter Matheson, who I would want to face if I was a pitcher in the state of Indiana.
That is true. Nick did a great job of going after that first pitch, but then really never had another ball to swing the bat at really well. So he did a good job of earning that walk, and let's see if Carter can move him over a little bit.
Yeah, and he laid off the low ones, even though they might be tempting. There's really not much of a wind today. Maybe a slight breeze from the inside. There's a pickoff move back to first. Nick's back in time.
All right, Carter, make him come to you. Wait for your pitch, and then let it rip.
It's called strike one.
Like a change up, a little off speed on the outside there.
I don't think that's Carter's first pitch to swing at, that's
No.
for sure.
You know the Carroll pitchers are going to be very careful with Carter.
Yep, any well-coached team, pickoff move to first, he's safe at first. Any well-coached team knows which of the hitters here on our team are the ones that you got to be careful of, and the problem for any well-coached team is they know there's a lot of hitters on our team that you got to be careful of. But Carter's certainly one of the ones you have to be the most careful of, because the last thing you want right now is for him to put one out.
Good eye, buddy.
To start the game with a 2-run
right.
lead.
Yeah, so far they've gone change up and then looks like fastball on the outside, so I don't think they want to pitch to the inside part of the plate to Carter.
Yeah, they're nibbling at the edges here. Called strike. I'm not sure if he's called because he swung or if he called it
It was
because
a check swing, but I think he called it. I think it did hit the just right there at the knees.
scoreboard has it at 2-2. I have the count at 1-2. I don't know if I missed a pitch there.
Got Carter.
Another pickoff attempt first.
I think that's the third one of this at bat.
And the ump just signaled that it is in fact 2-2 is the count. And that's a ball he missed just by a hair on that curveball or changeup.
Yeah, I think that was a curveball, and I think he was trying to work it in a little bit like a slider, but just stayed outside on him.
And it's a full count. I'm not sure if they'll consider it a win if Carter gets a walk right here with Caleb Colpine on deck. And he tries to bring one inside. Did he hit Carter?
You know, I think that might have hit Carter there. That umpire's giving him a little time to brush himself off, but Carter didn't move like he got hit. But I do think it hit him right there in the, maybe in the knee or. So first two batters on with Caleb Colpine coming to bat.
Yeah, and if I was the pitcher right now, I'd be worried. Caleb Colpine, highest batting average on the team, and I believe he's got the 5th highest batting average in the state of Indiana right now.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so he's one that if you give him something to hit, he's hitting it. That ball is a wild pitch. Both base runners move, so we've got runners on second and third, still no outs. And Homestead starting off, oddly enough, identically to Carroll. They had base runners on second and third with no outs.
Let's see if we can't have a different outcome than Carroll.
That's what
Let's
we're
get one
hoping
on the
for
board here. Here we go. Come on, Caleb.
And that's a called strike.
Caleb did not like that call. That looked a little inside.
It did.
Might have cut the corner.
He's going for the same spot there.
Yes, he was.
Figured if he got it once, maybe he'd get it again. But this time it's called a ball. The count's 2-1. Pitcher's shaking off the catcher. And now he's got the pitch he wants. Is that a changeup or curveball on that one?
I think that was a kind of a slurve.
A slurve. And so we've got 2-2.
Yeah, it looks like a curve, but it is moving in on Caleb a little bit, so it might be his slider.
Caleb's got to protect now, but you know, I'm never concerned for Caleb.
Way to spoil it, Caleb.
Yep, spoiled that one for a foul ball, so it's 2-2. Looks like the catcher might have taken a shot on that one.
You okay, Catch? He's good.
So walking a little gingerly there. I'm not sure where he got hit by that. Maybe
Might have been the toes there.
On the toes.
Caleb did a great job of putting the bat on the ball there to spoil that. That looked like right at the knees. It might have been a cold strike.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it looks like he's shaking that right foot a little bit. So we still got 2-2, no outs. Runners on second and third. Caleb Colpine up to bat. We're still in the first inning. The score is 0-0.
All right, quick answer, Caleb. Put it in play.
And there it is. It's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. One run scores. He throws it into home. 2 runs score. Caleb on second. How many doubles does Caleb have this season now? Although that might be a single.
That might be a single with
second base on the throw.
Correct, but doesn't matter. He's on second. 2 runs on the board, Dan.
Yep, absolutely fantastic job of hitting, which goes without saying with Caleb anyway, but an absolute fantastic job of hitting. And here we are with 2 runs on the board, still no outs.
Come on, B.
Yeah, that's kids at home. Watch that at bat. He fouled 2 off there to stay alive and got to another pitch that he was able to hit and produced 2 runs out of it. So beautiful piece of hitting and great at bat by Caleb.
Yeah, you want to learn how to be a good hitter, just watch the tapes of Caleb Colpine. You'll see how to be patient. You'll see how to pick your pitches. You'll see how to spoil. You'll see how to hit a ball with a line drive over and over and over again. I'm not even sure that he hits anything but line drives.
I would agree. It's rare to see a pop out. It's rare to see a ground ball. He has a great lefty swing and does the job just about every time he comes to bat.
And number 11, Brennan Wiegert, coming up to bat. He's a junior for Homestead. Absolutely fantastic hitter in his own right. And this pitcher, I'm sure, is not thrilled with the start of this game so far. That's called strike.
That was, he didn't like that call, but definitely looked like it might have been in the outside corner.
It looked kind of like the same one that Caleb didn't like.
Yeah, that's a good pitch not to swing at, even if it does hit the corner with no strikes.
Yep, certainly not your first pitch to swing at. And that's a ball low and outside. That pitcher's definitely going for that spot.
Yes, he is. Other than Caleb, he's been working the outside portion of the plate for pretty much every batter.
And we saw the danger of walking Carter in front of Caleb there. We've talked about it in prior broadcasts, but that's the problem. You got Carter as a big-time power hitter, and so you're afraid to pitch to him because he might put one out. In fact, he's likely to put one out. But if you walk him, then you end up with Caleb coming up next, and we see what happens.
That's right. I think the Homestead hitter is going to be patient here because he's definitely trying to nibble corners inside and outside now. He's moving the ball around a lot, which is what pitchers should do, but if Homestead can be patient. Oh!
And there's the second batter hit by pitch in the game. And so we've got runners on first and second. And Luke Palmer coming up to bat.
That was a thud.
It was. But I don't think that was a fastball either.
No, it wasn't.
But it caught him in the meat.
It was probably only 75 to 78.
No, only 75 to 78. And so here we are. We are still in the bottom of the first. There's no outs. Men on first and second. 2 runs have been scored by Homestead already. Let's go, Luke. And he goes kind of slinged to that one, almost that sub 3/4 arm slot, but it came in a little bit high. And that's ball 1.
All right, Luke, let's put the ball in play and move these runners over.
Came in with a curve or a change up and for a strike.
Yeah, that moves away on those right-handers. That's definitely, I think, more of a slider than a curve, Dan. He's got some good lateral movement on that pitch.
One. And he goes for that outside spot, nearly misses the catcher entirely. 2-1.
Good job by that catcher to go snag that one. That was a good 2 feet outside. Would have definitely advanced the runners for us. The fence is pretty short here at the Ash Center.
It is. And
it's not a guaranteed extra base, such as most high school fields, if a ball gets by a catcher.
Yeah, they got the left fielder playing pretty deep over there. Luke fouls that one off behind the plate. 2-2 is the count.
Boy, a lot of deep counts here. He's already at 26 pitches.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, he walked the first 2 batters, so they had a minimum, and Carter was full count when he hit him by pitch. Pitcher throws back to second. I think he had to throw it back at that point, didn't he, or would it have been a balk?
No, I think, well, that's a good question. His foot still was on the rubber, so I think he does have to make the throw there.
And here we go with the 2-2. And Luke pounds that one into the home plate for a foul ball. Still 2-2.
That was a good job fouling that one off. That was definitely would have been probably a knee-high strike there. So.
Yep.
Homestead hitter's doing a great job of being patient and staying alive.
And making this pitcher work.
Yes.
That one's popped up. Looks like it's going to be well out of play.
Luke spoiled another one.
Yep, count still 2-2.
And what Dan and I were referring to earlier on the pickoff move from the pitcher is there are a lot of subtle little rules there about when a pitcher has to throw the ball and doesn't have to throw the ball on a pickoff move to the various bases.
Yeah, we have a book at home that talks about the rules of baseball, and I believe there's 39 different ways to balk.
I thought you were going to say there were 39 volumes of rules.
On how to balk.
Just
fouls off another one.
There's a lot of rules in baseball.
Not sure how many pitches have been thrown at this point to Luke, but I'm guessing it's got to be 8. This is probably number 9 coming in.
Yep, that was the 7th pitch.
Oh, it was the 7th pitch, okay.
4 foul balls.
Comes in low, catches him swinging. The runners are moving. Luke's going to first, but he is out, and the base runners have advanced.
Not sure he was required to throw it to first there, Dan.
I don't think he was, because the base runners were on first and second,
Correct.
but they had taken off on a double steal, it looked like, at that point.
Yeah,
so
that might have been a hit and run, because that was low enough that I can't imagine Luke would have swung if that wasn't a hit and run call.
So we got one out now. Runners on second and third.
All right, Micah, here we go.
Micah Long up to bat. And Micah swings and fouls one off. Counts 0-1. I'd like to put in a couple more of these runs.
Absolutely, Micah's the man to do it.
Yes, he is.
He's been swinging a good bat. Very productive this year.
And Micah calls time. Letting the pitcher know who's the boss.
This umpire's very vocal. I do like that. Never. Sometimes some of the umpires are not sure what they're calling. No doubt with this gentleman.
And that's called strike 2. Micah's got 0-2.
Boy, that was pretty low.
It was. That seems to be the line for this umpire. Seems to be the
Yes.
low line.
But he's been consistent with it.
He has given it to both sides. He goes for that outside spot that he keeps shooting for, but this time it's a ball. 1-2.
Lights are now on here at Ash Center, field number 1.
And this is going to be a beautiful piece of hitting if this thing drops fair.
Get down.
And it just goes foul. It's too bad because Micah might have gotten 3 out of that one in that corner.
Yes, that missed by, that was about
Probably
about a 300-foot shot to right field, and I'm literally lined up with the first base line, and it was fair all and up until the last 10 feet.
Yep. And that landed 2 or 3 feet foul, unfortunately. But that would have scored 2 runs without question.
Correct, yeah. That's all right. Do it again.
Heck, if that right fielder had caught it foul, I think we'd have scored.
That's right.
And Micah spoils another one. I wonder what's the pitch count on this guy.
Boy, he's up to 35, Dan.
35 in the first inning.
That was 36.
Sure, he would rather not have 36 pitches on his arm in the first inning with 1 out.
Homestead's done a great job getting a couple runs on the board and making this pitcher work, and he's got more work to do.
And he gets him on strike 3.
That was a good battle. That was a good battle.
Graham Collin coming up to bat. You know Graham?
I do.
He
shares the same address.
He does, and he's been doing an absolutely fantastic job. I think he just his hitting is getting better every game. And I fully expect to see a line drive to left center right here.
Well, he was sitting fastball, just missed.
Fouls that one off for 0-1 count. We got 2 outs now with men on second and third. Sure would like to get those runs in right now.
That's right. Come on, Graham.
Swinging strike.
Yep, that was a changeup. Graham's a little ahead of that one.
Got 0-2. Let's go, GK. It's ball high.
Didn't miss by much, but it's good to lay off of that one.
And he tries the curveball, comes in high. It's 1-2.
Once again, we're getting to a deep count on this pitcher. Love to get a couple more runs on the board.
2-2, I said. Or I said 1-2. It's 2-2 is the count. And he gets called on the low strike. That's one of the batters that definitely got to watch out for in this game. But he's, like we said, he's given it to both sides so far.
Yes, he has.
As long as he does, and Cole takes advantage of it too.
Yeah, I'd like to see Graham just try to spoil that one, even if you're not sure it's a strike. You just got to get the bat down there.
Yep. But I'm sure he will next time. Lesson learned. And so that's 1 inning. That inning took us about 20 minutes, so it was a fairly long inning.
Yeah, that was probably about a 40 pitch count for that pitcher. We'll have to see next time that they come around, as the scoreboard already changed.
Yep, and we got through 7 batters on that inning, so we will hit the top of the order at the very least next inning, which is very common for Homestead.
Yes.
To be in the second round of the batters in the second inning,
yes,
which is very, very helpful because they've all seen the pitcher, seen what the kind of pitches he's trying to throw and what he's trying to work, and they're more ready for him the second time through.
Absolutely. He, it's interesting. He does have several good pitches, though. He's got a fastball. He's got a curveball or a slider, I think we've called at this point in time. Then I've seen that changeup a few times in there as well. So with a long offensive outing for Homestead, now Cole's got to get back in the groove. He's been sitting on the bench a while.
Yep, which I think that's a challenge for the Homestead pitchers. Has been the whole season.
Yes, no question.
They get stuck waiting for the half inning to get over for the offense to get done, and a lot of times our offense just doesn't want to get done.
That's right. And in this cooler weather, muscles tighten up just a little bit when you're sitting there for a while. So hopefully they've got the bands in the dugout there, and he was able to stay loose.
Yeah. So we got number 14, Barkle, coming up to bat. He's batting .293 on the season.
He's a freshman, Dan.
He's a freshman. And
Good
that's,
size.
Yeah, he's definitely a good size for a freshman. And, you know, for a team like Carroll to make it as a freshman, I'm betting he's a good ball player.
No question. Carroll's always had one of the better high school baseball teams in the area, so we'll have to keep an eye on him over the next few years.
Yep. Cole tries to shoot for that low strike, comes in a little bit too low for ball 1. And that was a beauty of a pitch. Looks like he took something off on that one. And Barkle fouls that off.
Great pitch,
That
Cole.
was an absolute beauty of a curveball. Just dropped right in. And the batter was probably wise not to bother swinging at it.
Yeah, I don't think they've swung at one of his curveballs yet, so be curious to see what he goes with here ahead 1-2.
Yeah, and I suspect that they've been told by their coaches to not swing at the curveball. He goes for the fastball, misses high and inside. Counts 2-2. We're getting little sprinkles on us right now. Hopefully we aren't going to turn into a full-blown rain like Wednesday night of last week.
Yeah, we were just...
And that was a beauty fastball down the pipe. Strike 3. He fouled it off, or foul tipped it, but Yoder caught it for the out.
I'm pretty sure as a freshman he hasn't seen a pitch of that speed quite yet in his career.
Yep, because in his summer ball, he's probably not seeing guys old enough to be throwing that fast.
That's right.
And in high school ball, you just don't see many people throwing that fast.
No.
And we got 19 up to bat. This is Coons. He's a senior, looks every bit of a senior.
I believe he's the pitcher, Dan.
Oh, he's our pitcher today,
Yeah.
yes.
So his batting average is only 179, but he's hitting, looks like here in the 8th spot, I believe.
Cole shoots that curveball, comes in low for ball 1. It's 1-1, 1 out.
Well, this is a little bit different lineup than they had last time.
Yep. We could write up our own lineup too.
That's right. There's that
And now,
knee high strike or shin high strike.
yeah, I think Coons was unhappy with that call when he's getting it called against himself.
Right. A little taste of his own medicine there.
Yes, yes. And Cole goes for the same spot, and Coons does a great job of following that one off.
All right, Cole, finish him.
He tries to drop that curve in. Coons does not bite. And the count is 2-2.
No, but even though that was in the dirt, that was a slow down pitch. Now maybe back with the fastball and speed him back up.
He goes for the curve again. Misses.
Yeah.
The count's full. Best pitch here, best pitch.
Well, last time we're in the situation, he went curveball.
That's true. And he gives him, I think, a changeup, at least a slower fastball.
Yeah.
And Coons fouls that one off left.
Nothing wrong with that. Put it over the plate. Let your defense do some work.
Yes. He goes for the curveball again. Coons is patient and does not swing, and that's ball 4. Coons is standing on first. There's 1 out.
Bryce is doing a great job behind the plate of getting in front of these curveballs.
He sure is, and on this turf field, that's even more
Yes.
important because there's no dirt to slow it down when it hits the ground, and if it gets going, it goes fast past you. So if you got to grab those things, you got to block them. Cole tries to shoot that low strike, misses, and it's ball 1, 1-0.
You know, Cole always, I think, pretty much works from the stretch, so a base runner doesn't really change anything about his rhythm on the mound there.
And that one's low. Cole's looking for it. The base runner's going. And the umpire a bit got in the way, unfortunately, so there was no chance to throw that one down to first. So that's ball 2, and their base runner has moved to second.
Just leaked through a little bit, got behind that umpire. Just Bryce couldn't find it for about half a second. That's all it took.
Yep. lot of times when that ball goes just right under the catcher, that's one of the tough spots to find it. And that's ball 3, 3-0. Let's go Cole, reset here and give him a strike.
Yeah, there's that, it's not a changeup, but it's a slower fastball when he needs to throw it over the plate. I wouldn't mind seeing him do that a little bit more often.
And the umpire's called time. I wonder if there's a ball on the field from another field. Nope, we're back in action. So we got a runner on second with one out. The count is 3-1 to this batter. And Cole walks him with a high pitch. And we've got 2 aboard.
All right, Cole, bear down here. Throw some strikes, let him hit it. We got some good infielders. Might be able to turn a double play here.
McCullough's up to bat. He is batting .259 on the season. He's a lefty. And that's called low strike. Yoder throws it back to second, but he is safely back. Counts 0-1.
Yes, sir. Strike on the pitch. Yes, sir.
This is their left fielder, the 9-hitter.
Cole contemplates a pickoff move. Doesn't go. And there's ball high.
I think he showed bunt there for a second, but wisely pulled it back. Ball was definitely well out of the zone.
Good snag by Bryce. Counts 1-1. Shows bunt again. And that one's a bit outside. 2-1. Settle in there, Cole. And that bunt's going to go foul. The count's going to 2-2 with one out. And I'm suspecting there's not going to be any more bunt attempts.
Well, yeah, that went right down the third baseline, and with the runner on second, they're going to try to pull our third baseman Graham off the bag there to go get it.
Yep.
But so now 2 strikes. I don't imagine them to show bunt again, but Cole's going to have to be aware of that. That's his play.
Yep. And there we go. He fans him with that one. And suddenly there are 2 outs.
Once in a while, Cole bears down and throws just a smoking fastball.
Yep. I think that batter might have been a full half second behind that one.
Yes, not even close.
And we're back to the top of the order. Drops a beauty of a curveball in for a strike. We heard the crowd and the dugout react to that one. They all admired it. Oh. But the umpire's calling no pitch.
Not sure what happened there.
I said he didn't stop, but the runners have advanced.
Did he call a balk?
I guess he must have. And that's a ball. So now the count, instead of being 1-1, is 1-0.
Well, if he called the balk, he must have called it after the pitch. I did not hear anything from this umpire.
It's a silent balk.
Boy,
and that's one in the dirt.
That's a big deal. First pitch being a strike versus first pitch being a ball.
Yeah, yeah. And it's 2-0. Runners on second and third. And that's clearly a strike that the batter watches go by. That's 2-1. I think he's hoping for 4 balls.
Yeah, he walked his first at bat, so he's probably in a walking frame of mind. Got him.
That's a called strike.
Another one.
It's 2-2.
That's 3 strikes. We're gonna need 4 to get him out.
Gonna need 4 to get this guy out. But that's okay because he's got 4 in the bag there.
Yes, he does. The high fastball, it was out of the zone, but with 2 strikes, the Carroll Carroll batter, with the ball coming in that fast, they have to make a quick decision.
Yeah, and he had to protect. Kirk was I think he just committed to that one right after it left Cole's hand, and that was it. So, much like the first inning, a couple of batters walked and 3 strikeouts. The second inning, a couple of batters walked and 3 strikeouts. All we have to do is eliminate those couple of walks, and we'll have some fantastic.
You know, that's kind of Cole's MO, though. He's not going to be the consistent 9-strike inning type of a pitcher. He moves his ball around a little bit. He's not erratic per se, but he definitely will have a walk or two almost every inning. But that also keeps the hitters, kind of off balance, because his fastball comes in so hard, and it'll be low, it'll be high, it'll be all over the place. They just can't. He's inconsistent, and that's hard to hit.
It is, especially when he can also deal.
Yes.
And when he's dealing, and it's your turn up to bat, and he just walked a guy, you're thinking, okay, good, he's erratic, and maybe I'm going to get a walk out of this.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he drops in a curveball, he throws a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, all for strikes, and you're just struggling up there to keep up.
You get in that walk mindset because you may have walked a batter, and then next thing you know, you're on the bench because he just struck you.
Yeah, yeah. Now that split second that you're thinking it's going to be a ball, you're hoping it's going to be a ball. That takes a split second off of your reaction time, and that's all it takes when you got a pitcher like Cole.
All right, Jaden Lepp up to bat here. Let's get it going again in the bottom of the second here.
Like to put up a couple more runs, and at least in this half inning, and get ourselves a comfortable lead. Jaden Lepper, another senior. And that's called ball. Looks like it was a little bit inside.
Yep, close, but good to lay off again. I think these Homestead hitters should by now know to be patient.
And that one was outside. Ball 2.
I know these Homestead hitters have been coached about trying to get the counts deep against these starting pitchers. Try to get these starting pitchers knocked out of the game by the 4th or 5th inning. See what they have in their bullpen.
And that's called strike. Ian Coons with, 40 pitches in the first inning. That's a lot of pitches to have on his arm already.
40, that's right.
44 now?
Yeah, that was 44.
And that one's a ball. He's tried to shoot that low strike. Just missed. Counts 3-1. It's Jaden's count now.
That's right. He's coming to you, Jaden.
Yep. He's got to go with his best pitch here, which I imagine he's going to try and nibble a outside fastball. And I think Jaden might have just swung at ball.
Yeah, he might have.
Counts full. And that's called strike.
Yeah, I think that was that slider again. It's moving away from the right-handed batter, but tough pitch to hit the corner.
I read an interesting MLB analysis the other day from their statistical analysis, which they do massive amounts of that in the MLB, obviously. But the gist of the article was that when you have 2 strikes on, you got to protect, except when it's full count. That oddly enough, when it's full count, the strike zone gets smaller, not bigger.
No kidding.
In the MLB. So it turns out the protect idea, at least in the MLB, falls apart, that the strike zone starts to favor the batter on full count. And that's quick 2 strikes on Bryce.
Well, we'll see if we notice that trend in this game or not. All right, Bryce. Quick hands. Bryce is our catcher, sophomore, good hitter.
And he watches strike 3.
He must have been expecting a different pitch. Surprised he didn't take a crack at that one.
And that's 2 outs.
We were spoiling a lot of third strikes that first inning. I'd like to see the Homestead hitters continue to try to do that. We've had a couple watching third strikes now.
Yep. So we're back up to the top of the order here. Nick Hockemeyer. He got walked his first time at bat. And Nick is always a tough hitter. And that's a ball inside. He's definitely shooting for that same spot.
Yes.
Nick gets one over the plate. He pops it up. This could be trouble. We got the second base or third shortstop going back, and the center fielder coming up, and nobody, I believe, called that one, and they both watched it come down between them. I imagine we're going to have some yelling by the coach, and in fact, there he is coming out of the dugout now, yelling at the...
right on cue. That, you know, we see that ball drop in like over the first baseman or third baseman from time to time, but you rarely see it drop in on a sky-high ball towards center field. That's definitely fielding. It won't be scored as an error, but it was a defensive error.
Yes, and this one could be costly because we're right back here in the heart of the order, and you got that question, and they always have, and that is, what do you throw to Carter? And that's ball one low. And then, if you don't throw to Carter, what do you throw to Caleb?
That's right.
I mean,
That's right.
I sound like a broken record, folks. Sorry about this, but it's just a reality for these other teams.
Yeah.
Nick's taking a decent lead off over there. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pickoff move here. And Carter swings at that.
Yeah, that was a little low. I think Carter thought he was going to come to him a little bit, but he tried to pull it back, but he was already committed a little bit.
Yep.
One and
And there's that pickoff move. I think that's partially to keep Nick closer to the bag, and partially because he don't want to throw this next pitch to Carter.
That's right.
And he goes with that 2/3 arm slot.
Yes.
Comes in low.
Yeah, they're definitely staying away from him. They're trying to nibble the corners a little bit.
And Carter fouls that one off pretty hard, heads right over there to the Carroll dugout.
Yeah, the dugout coach about paid for that one.
Counts 2-2.
All right, Carter, find one. Send it.
And Carter strikes out swinging. And that's a bit of a trophy for Mr. Coons.
Yes.
And he should celebrate that because he's probably not going to get 2 of those.
No, he's not. It was on the outside. I think that was the changeup again. That's definitely fooled a couple of our batters. So, Mr. Coons, not sure what his first name is, but he's done a good job. You know, he had early struggles in the first part of that first inning, but he settled in nicely. So, Homestead's going to have to get the defense back out on the field and see if Cole can get 3 quick outs for us.
That'd be nice. Make quick work of their batters. And then we could move on right into the heart of the order. Caleb. Cole misses by a bit on that warm-up pitch.
Just a little bit.
Getting it out of the system.
That's right.
And Needon's up to bat. I think he's their second batter. I think Kirk was their first batter. Needon might be second.
Yeah, Kirk then Needons.
So Kirk, Needons, and Duba. We're batting 2-3-4 here.
Starting to get a few raindrops here, Dan.
Yeah, I was kind of trying
check the radar?
Trying to ignore that. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what the radar looks like. Folks, we won't be able to show you the radar tonight because our camera position is not one that we can access, but we're looking at it right now on the Craig's phone, and I don't know. It looks like we might get something. It looks like we might not. We might be. It's kind of falling apart. Hopefully, before it gets to us. I'm being optimistic here. I've got my umbrella. I'm not sure, and Craig brought his. So.
That's right.
Looks like that was ball 1 low. Mr. Needon's walked his first at bat, I believe. So he got a ball one to lead off with here, and he might get in his mind that he wouldn't mind getting a freebie here. And there's that low strike.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
we got
great pitch.
And Cole misses by a bit
Yeah.
on that one. And we're getting a few more little raindrops on us. I'm going to pop up my umbrella here on our equipment so that we don't have to worry about getting electrocuted or having the equipment get too much rain on it. Needens fouls one off, and the count's 2-2. See if some fans behind me, I'm blocking their view a little bit with my umbrella. Sorry about that, fans.
Well, they can tune in on their phone.
They can always enjoy the broadcast. That was a beauty of a pitch. Needens fights it off. But he's definitely not ahead of these when he's swinging. He's swinging behind him.
All right, Cole, let's get this leadoff hitter.
Oh, and that was a wicked curve on that thing. That thing dropped like a rock. Needens doesn't bite. And the count is full.
Yeah, that might be a little overcompensation. That last curveball was definitely a little high, so he's trying to dial it in right now.
Almost looked like Needens was maybe got one of those rubber pellets in the eye. He's kind of rubbing his eye a little bit after that one. And there he was. He brings in a beauty of a curveball, but Needens does a good job of spoiling that one.
He does. He's struggled with the control of the curveball, but on a 3-2 count, came in and
that was a beauty of a pitch.
it was good, good piece of hitting to foul it off and stay alive.
And there's strike swinging. And our fans here we've got a good section of students here today, and that's frankly in baseball you're lucky to have the parents as fans.
That's right.
And today some students have come out, and I suspect it's because Carroll's the rival.
Homestead Carroll, absolutely.
And those fans over there look like a lot of football players, and the Homestead Carroll football rivalry has been long and one that the fans get excited for.
Ooh, just missed.
That was I'm surprised the batter laid off on it, and I'm surprised it was called a ball. But that one wasn't.
There it is. That was a no-doubter.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the batter didn't swing at that one.
Might not have been able to see it, Dan.
That
That was coming in pretty hot.
It was. He goes for that curve again. Snaps a little too early.
That's going to play in the batter's mind, knowing he throws him right down the middle at 100 miles an hour, and then curveball could go anywhere. It's hard for a batter to settle in.
And there's a beauty of a fastball. Fouled off. Counts 2-2. There's one out. And we're in the top of the third inning. We're at 34 concurrent viewers, which is the highest we've had so far this game.
Another one.
That was probably the highest ball swung at yet today in this game. That one might have been up to his helmet.
Cannot lay off. 2 strikes, fastball's coming. They know they have to time it out.
You know, and I gotta wonder, there's the old rumored rising fastball.
Right.
I don't know if they actually exist.
I don't think they exist. They just don't drop any, but they sure look.
And the way this batter settled in, I was expecting that he was going to swing at that pitch. I think he was thinking, I better be ready to bat here.
Yeah.
I think that the Carroll team is probably no longer looking for the walk. And there's a swing. Carter Matheson goes over to right. Luke Palmer in right, gets under
There
it,
we go.
and catches the ball for
Good
out
job,
number
Luke.
3. And folks, that is the first out that wasn't a strikeout.
You're right.
on defense for us.
You're right.
So Cole's been doing a fantastic job pitching so far. The Carroll team remains scoreless after 3. And Homestead's up to bat with 2, 3, 4 hitters. No, 3, 4, 5 hitters. Starting off with Caleb Colby.
Caleb playing left field today.
Yep, yeah, he's playing left field today. And I think he's looking to move his batting average up to an even 700 today.
That's right.
And I don't mean for the game, folks.
I guess we didn't really pay attention. It looks like Nick is the DH for the game with Caleb in left field. Brennan at second.
Right, that's correct.
So they've got Nick as the DH.
Yes, yes.
Leading off.
We got a parent over here looking over. Not sure what question he was asking.
That was Dr. Yoder, our catcher's dad. Monroe and I have been going to a lot of baseball games over the years. Our Bryce, his younger son, who's our starting catcher today, and my younger son Jake played a lot of baseball together growing up.
And Jake, I believe, has decided he was a 3-sport athlete for a long time.
Yes,
Then I think he dropped down to 2 sports, and now he's down to 1. Is that right?
You got it.
Basketball is the last man standing.
You got it. And he should be here with some of his friends, I believe, supporting Bryce, another sophomore.
Caleb Colpine up to bat here. That was a high one. A rare.
And maybe supporting his brother a little bit, too.
Something about the high pitches today.
Well, those knee-high or shin-high strikes have been coming in with regularity. Maybe finally something different to try to swing at.
And that's a ball. Caleb lays off a pretty close one on the outside. And we're at 37 viewers. I think this is our highest concurrent number of viewers yet. I know our broadcasts are increasing popularity. That's a ground ball to the second baseman. Thrown to first base for the out.
That's a rare ground ball by Caleb.
And I think perhaps we jinxed him in his
Right.
last at bat when we
That's
said he
on us, Dan.
never hits a ground ball. And there we go. Sorry about that, Caleb. Brennan Wiegert up to bat. I think I can't remember what he did on his last at bat.
Hit by pitch.
Oh, that's right. He was a hit by pitch. He fouls one straight into the ground. Counts 0-1. There's 1 out. Score is still 0-2 with Homestead in the lead. That was a nice changeup, I think, in for a strike.
You know, I was about to say Coons has done a nice job of settling in after that first inning, giving up a couple runs, got out of a jam, and has been cruising ever since. So Homestead, we got to disrupt him a little bit.
That's 0-2. And he goes for the outside corner, misses for 1-2.
It's good to lay off on that one. I thought he was going to
Go for it, yeah.
try
Looks
to,
like it.
yeah, because that was that slider that looks like it's coming into the zone. You might have to put your bat on it, and it moves right out of the zone.
2-2. And he spoils that one. Foul down the third base line.
Any other game, I think you let that go and take the ball there. But you've got to. This is that knee-high or shin-high strike. You've got to put the bat on the ball.
Yeah, you can't.
It's going to get called.
You can't watch the low one go by here.
Another one.
Fouls another one off. Taking this count deep. I think that's 6 pitches now. Possibly 7.
That's what I'd like to see, spoiling those. Let's see if we can get the pitcher to make a mistake here. Put one over the plate.
And he gets him a strike 3 on what appeared to be a changeup. But he took him 7 pitches.
Yep.
How many pitches total does he have to this
He's up
pitcher?
to 66.
66 pitches. Arm's going to start getting tired about 70. Luke Palmer's up to bat. There's 2 outs. Nobody
All right,
on.
Luke.
And Luke takes a swing, misses, strike 1. And Luke hits a high one. He's racing to first, and there's a bad throw to first. I think he was going to make it anyway, but he's safe.
Yeah, that probably is an infield single. He was definitely, I think, ahead of the throw.
We'll see what the scorer calls it. I know Luke has the most reach on error on the team.
Does he really?
So I suppose he's got. I think he had 5 coming into this game, and the next person had 2. So we'll see if Luke got a hit or if he reached on error.
Hey, any little thing that can get this pitcher out of a rhythm here, that's a good job by Luke. Put the ball in play.
And that's a ball in the door. Still no ruling from the scorer. And that's a swing and a miss. Counts 1-1. And it's called an error, so Luke gets another error, reach on error.
I don't know about that one, but they didn't ask us.
At a certain point, you got to figure his speed's putting pressure on people, and they're making mistakes as a result.
Right.
But that was a dribbler to the shortstop, and I think he waited back there too long.
Yeah, he charged it, grabbed it, throws low, and first baseman missed it. But
And Luke's going. We'll see if he makes it. The catcher
Come on,
throws
Luke.
a great throw to second, but it's on the wrong side of the bag, and Luke is in safe. And that was called a ball for 2-1.
all right, Mike is ahead here. See if we can't find something for him to hit.
Luke's in scoring
Come on,
position.
Micah.
And someone called time. Was it Micah?
I think he was pointing to Micah. His strike call and his timeout call are very similar.
And there's
Get
a
through.
ground out to the second baseman, thrown to the first baseman. And so that spoils the chance to score a run. We ended that inning with both teams having no hits. 1 error on that half inning.
Yeah, starting to put the bat on the ball a little bit. Some ground balls, so not solid hits, but Coons is doing a good job of just keeping us enough off balance. This is different type of game, but at some point I do expect the Homestead bats just to start breaking through here. They've seen them a couple times. Most everyone's we're not quite through the second full order, but everyone's going to be seeing him for a second time. He's going to be north of 70 pitches, and we'll see if we can't get something on the board next time around, but we got some work to do here in the field first.
Yeah, and invariably it does rain hits, not just rain on our
Yes.
heads, but rain hits at some point in some inning for Homestead's batters. And so I fully expect that's coming along, probably the next half inning.
Cole just has to keep what Cole does.
Yep, we're in top of the 4th.
Keep them off balance. Mix it up just enough. They'll hard for them to catch up with that fastball. Well, we've had so many games, Dan, that have been double digits by now. We've had a lot of action. This is unusual for a low-scoring game, but both teams have been pitching well and keeping the other teams off balance. So,
Yep. And this is, quite frankly, when you look at the scores of the Carroll games, this is what they look like. They're low-scoring affairs. I think they do a good job of, even though their pitchers are not overpowering, they're good quality pitchers, keeping people off balance. Speaking of overpowering, that was a fastball in. Colin throws one to first base for the out. And Graham really throws a bullet across the field. I never have any concern with whether or not when Graham fields it cleanly that one's going to be an out. And that's a luxury to have as a third baseman, that you're confident that he can make that throw.
Yeah, he's kind of the prototypical third baseman, athletic, big arm.
I wonder what I'd love to have a gun on some of those throws he throws over to first.
Great first pitch.
It was that batter was actually backing up a little bit on that one. He was a little afraid of it, and
yes, he was.
It's called for a strike. And this is Barkle up to bat. Oh, and he gets fooled by that one.
Yes, he does.
And again, we got a crowd on the Homestead side who's being mean to the batters.
The peanut galleries
yes, they
giving
are.
the freshman a hard time for.
Yeah.
But he's not done yet. Cole's got a little work to do, but he's ahead 0-2.
And he comes fastball with the 0-2. So fast his hat falls off.
Did a good job to stay alive.
But he stayed alive. 0-2, 1 out. And that was a wicked curveball, but it missed outside.
Just a little outside.
1-2. I feel like the temperature's dropping out here.
Yes, it is. I might have to switch coats at the next half inning.
Fouls that one off. Count remains 1-2, and he's working Cole.
Yeah, he's done a good job staying alive. Just fouling those fastballs off. Let's see if Cole can put another curveball in the zone here, or at least low, force him to go after it. Low but over the plate.
Goes for the curve. Misses low.
Yeah, I was low, just in front of the plate a little bit.
Batter was tempted for a moment.
Yeah, that could have traveled about another 2 feet. Gotten over the plate, I think he would have bid on it.
Another fastball and another foul off. So this hitter's taking him 7 pitches.
Got to give the freshman some credit here. This is a good at bat. He's staying alive. Got the count to 2-2 after an 0-2 start. Fouled off a couple. Come on, Cole. Let's finish him though.
This is the 8th pitch, and it's a
There it
curveball
is.
called strike, and that one hurt. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, these Homestead student fans are getting a little mean over there.
Yeah, they're giving him a hard time, but nothing.
Nothing out
Nothing
of
the
line.
FCC wouldn't approve of so far yet.
Nothing out of line.
Yeah, this Homestead-Carroll rivalry, you're going to have some fans giving each other's team some the business a little bit.
Yep. Especially Carroll. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Approaching the football games, there's always a lot of Twitter commentary going on, and
yes,
sometimes the principals have to get involved and ask the people to calm down a bit.
That's right.
I think there's at least 3 flagrant foul calls in each one of the football games the past 2 years.
This is Coons at bat, the pitcher.
Yep, and he's 1-1 right now. 2-1. He got walked last time. He was able to spoil a couple of pitches and managed to get on base.
Yeah, don't let the position fool you at home. Pitchers at the high school level typically are good athletes and can hit.
And that's I thought that was going to be a called strike.
We didn't get that call.
We did not.
Boy.
Counts 3-1. Oh, now they're making jokes with the umpire, and hopefully he's taking it as a joke.
Yeah, I never like to see the.
And that's ball 4. So the pitcher manages to get on base both times up to bat.
Never like to see the umpire take too much ribbing. I feel like the strike zone could shrink on us there.
Gotta be careful. Got to be careful whether or not you're helping or hurting your team with your commentary. And so we got 2 outs and a man aboard. I think he's got a bit of a big lead. And that's ball in the dirt.
They're not going to pinch run for him. I'm kind of surprised. Pitcher's on first base and going to run his own bases.
Yeah. And he does not have a stolen base this season. But I see him taking a pretty big lead over there. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Cole go back to first. And there's a struck ball for the first hit of the game for Carroll. Snuck between the second and third baseman. I'm sorry, the shortstop and the third baseman.
Well, technically still between the second baseman and third baseman.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a ground ball. Didn't get all of it, but it was definitely just enough to get the runner on.
Yeah,
so
the turf helps out in getting those out. They get out a little quicker. If this was on a grass field, I wouldn't have been surprised if the guys would have had a play on that ball.
All right, Cole, let's get this guy at the play here, or at least get him into a ground ball that we can get a glove on.
And that's called strike 1. It's 2 outs, 2 aboard on first and second. And we're at McCullough. And he gets one down the first base line, but that's a foul ball.
I am sitting right on the line, and I will have to agree with that call, but I like to see a nice routine play for Micah, but it did tail foul right before the first base.
Cole's way ahead, but we're certainly seeing the Carroll batters getting more on the ball this inning than we saw in the first 3 innings.
Yep. Well, curious to see if we see that curveball again. Bryce doing a great job of blocking behind the plate, so it should give Cole some confidence. Throw it if he wants.
And he goes for the fastball. It's ball outside. 1-2, 2 outs, 2 aboard.
Definitely a little bit different atmosphere here. Dan with this student body here.
Yes, yes. He drops the curveball in for a strike 3, and the batter knew it. After it went by, he thought, yep, that was it.
I think he was walking back to the dugout before the pitch actually hit the glove.
And so that takes us through the top of the 4th. We come into the bottom of the 4th. And I can't remember where we left off on the last one. Who's up to bat? I think Luke got aboard, and then Micah was our final hitter, so it's going to be Graham Collin up to bat, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be Graham unless they've made any changes, but I don't expect any changes this point of the game.
So we're at 7, 8, 9.
Mr. Kuhn still on the mound for Carroll.
How many pitches does Mr. Coons have at this point? It's got to be over 70.
72.
72.
29 balls and 43 strikes.
So good ratio. And this is just about the number of pitches that high school pitchers start to feel it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Obviously not quite sure his workload for the season to see where he is, but
that's because I'm blocking it over
17
here.
17 innings.
17 innings on the season. So he's certainly not their workhorse. Miller has pitched 30 innings. Needens, Worrell, and Coons share the rest of the duties at about 17 to 18 innings, 18 innings each. And so Graham Collin approaches the plate for the bottom of the 4th. We got no outs. The score is 0-2 in favor of Homestead, and the first pitch comes in. And that's ball 1 low. In the dirt.
In the plastic.
In the plastic. And rubber pellets. And that's ball 2. Yeah, this park is at the Ash Center here in Fort Wayne. A couple years ago, they upgraded all the fields. They used to be all, quite frankly, I'll call them lousy fields. They were dirt, and that's fouled off this, right? And when it rained, that was it. The fields held that water, and they were done for days. Days. They put in a lot of money, a lot of work, and now the infields are all turf. So the outfields were redone, good drainage. And now these fields are fantastic.
Yeah, it's the nicest baseball facility in Northeast Indiana.
Without
three
question.
great full-size fields, and now a nice softball field that's also handicap accessible, so they're able to do some different type of events over there.
And I saw they've even added a fourth field just to the north. Oh, Graham just smokes a ball to left field. Unfortunately, straight at the left fielder. He doesn't have to move 3 feet, and he's been playing that deep over there. You know, off the bat, I was hoping that might even leave the park, but
yeah, sounded just a touch thin, but
but that was a great piece of hitting. It's just what we said about baseball before. Unfortunate thing about this sport is you can do everything right and get nothing for it.
That's right. But you know, we were starting to put the bat on the ball last inning, so maybe that's a good sign.
Yep. Jaden Lepper shows bunt. Ball outside. And I'll call it a steady little rain out there right now. Hear it on the umbrella. And that's called strike. 1-1. 1 out.
All right, Jaden, come on, get on base.
Jaden fouls one off behind home plate.
It's a nice little crowd here, Dan. We've got pretty much not foul pole to foul pole, but definitely down the right field, left field line fans, and both sides here to support these two teams.
And Jaden puts one to the third baseman. He dives to stop that ball, does a great job, but unfortunately, unfortunately for him, when he comes up, he bobbles it and is unable to make the throw. If it was Luke Palmer, he'd get an error. We'll see what Jaden gets.
Again, we're putting the bat on the ball now a little bit. I'm hoping this is a good sign for Homestead. That we got a runner on. First two batters have connected. Let's see if we can't move them over a little bit. Only 1 out. So
and by the way, folks, there was no way that was an error. But we haven't seen the official scorer's ruling yet. Yep, they gave him a hit. And they throw a pickoff attempt to first. He's safe.
There we go.
And that's a wild pitch, possibly a pass ball. Not sure which one you're going to call that. Jaden advances to second, so we got a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
I'd scored a wild pitch, but I don't care. Either way, we get the runner moved over. Only 1 out. This has turned into kind of a low-scoring, almost small ball game, Dan. Maybe we can
manufacture
bunt him over
something here, yeah.
Bryce is ahead here.
Bryce gets the bat on the ball. It looks like it's going to be well out of play. And it counts 1-1. 1 out.
Bryce really broke through for Homestead last weekend. Had a couple of really good hits, a couple good RBIs. Had that, was it a double or a triple, I think, in the 7th inning to tie the game for us.
Yeah, I think he's been getting more and more comfortable with playing regularly in the order and getting more at-bats. We saw that. That was, I would call that one a sidearm.
Yeah, he was trying to give him a different arm slot to look at.
But he was unable to bring that in for the strike, so ball 2, strike 1, 1 out. Man on second. At the bottom of the 4th, it's 0-2, Homestead leads. He drops that one in for strike 2, and the count's 2-2.
All right, Bryce, got a battle here.
And we're up to 40 viewers now. I think maybe they took off the restriction in Cuba.
There we go.
We got the viewers from Cuba now.
Palmer Sports Network setting a new record. All right, Bryce, let's put the ball in play and just move him over, protect here.
That was a nice pitch. He spoils that one. Count stays 2-2.
Boy, just a touch late, otherwise that would have been a nice single in the left field.
He gets under that one. The center fielder and the shortstop are back. The left fielder's over. Everyone's combining out there, but the left fielder makes the catch, and I'm not even sure that was even close to the left fielder's ball.
Yeah, that's that similar spot that they let it hit the last time. So
yes,
they're having trouble in that area, but just under a little bit, so the runner gets held up at second there.
Unfortunate. So we got 2 outs, a man on second, but we're back at the top of the order now. Nick Hockmeyer up to bat. I think he's gotten on base both times. He's 1 for 1 today.
A walk and a single.
And we like Hawk.
He's done a great job in his leadoff spot. Very confident, good bat.
And he smacks one to the first base side, but the first baseman makes a sliding catch.
Boy.
Gets the out. That's
really,
too bad.
Really good defensive play by that first baseman. Got a nice clean hop on the turf.
And we are at the top of the 5th. This game's moving along now. We've been playing for probably an hour and 10 minutes, maybe an hour and 15. You got an official clock over there?
No, I'm just looking. It looks like Cole's at 86, if that's right. I didn't think his pitch count be that high, but he's had a few innings with some base runners and some full counts. So hopefully Cole can maybe give us one more inning here.
Yep, I think they're going to ride him.
And from where we sit, we have no idea if anybody's in the bullpen. We're completely blocked by the dugout, so. But Cole's had a decent amount of innings so far, so he should be pretty strong by this point of the season and should be able to go at least one more inning.
Yeah, he's certainly been one of our primary pitchers, so he's getting regular starts, and I think you're right. I think he's going to be good to go here. It'd be great if you can give us a quick inning here, and then maybe you can take a break and someone else, maybe Tarango, can come in and close this one out.
That'd be my guess. Unless they've got Tarango slotted to start tomorrow, so we'll have to wait and see.
That's true. We do have a game tomorrow, so we do need a pitcher for that.
Yeah, that's one of the fun things about the Carroll Homestead 3-game series in is that a couple weeks is you really get a sense of the depth of the pitching staff of both teams. Homestead's got a game tomorrow. I'm not sure about Carroll, and so they can maybe pull anyone they want out of the bullpen. And Homestead's got to think about tomorrow's game as well. So
that's right.
It's always a guessing game, but that 3-game series is usually a mano-a-mano type situation, and you see both teams for what they are.
And we are back to the top of the order of Carroll. Number 7, Kirk. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. He struck out his last at bat. Like to see that again. Cole goes for the curve on that one and misses for ball 1. Carroll's wearing the sleeveless jerseys. I've never been a fan of those.
Yeah, it's an unusual look for baseball.
I know a couple of years ago in the MLB, that was a thing that a lot of the MLB teams went to, and I suspect that due to the baseball budgets, maybe Carroll bought those when the MLB liked them, and
right.
now has them long past the MLB's departure from those.
That's right.
That was fouled off for a strike 1, so it's 1-1, no outs here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, I wonder what the shelf life is for a high school baseball uniform. I'm pretty sure the Homestead gold jerseys that we wore a couple years ago have been around quite a while.
Yeah. I know that our boys have never seen a new varsity uniform, or I don't think they have. And they've been playing this for 3 years on the varsity squad. I don't think they have the same budget that football has.
No, probably not. There we
Beautiful
go. There we
pitch
go.
strike, and the count is full.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Mr. Kirk was
Scoreboard operator put it at ball 4, but that is definitely a strike. Come on, Cole.
And it's low for ball 4. And the first batter's aboard this inning. So we're up to Needens. Needens 0 for 1 today. A walk and a strikeout, just like Kirk was. Cole kicked his foot up and had to look over at first while his knee was still in the air.
Yeah.
He scared Needham's back.
This is a big moment.
And then delivered the pitch.
Yeah, top of the order for Carroll, and they got the.
Oh, it was a balk. Something went wrong.
Yeah, he
didn't come set.
Well, I missed it, Dan. I didn't see what he may have done there, but it looks like the balk was called before the pitch was even released.
Yep. So the runner advances to second. So we've got a man on second, no outs. And the number 2 batter, Needens, is up to bat. And that's a ball high. 2-0.
Homestead's going to have to be careful here.
Yep, it's 3-0. This isn't with a low-scoring game like this. This isn't a game that we can go too far with walks. That's a strike.
Cole just needs to bear down here, throw some strikes, let your defense go to work a little bit. I know he's might be a little fatigued, but
puts his bat on that one for a foul. This full count again.
He's a good, strong athlete, so he can get the job done here. Good job to battle back to full count.
Delivers another good pitch, but it's spoiled for full count again.
Yeah, they're doing a little bit better job of fouling off his fastballs. This is probably the beginning of the third time through the lineup for Carroll?
It is. So they've all had a chance to see him, or these guys have had a chance to see him 3 times now. This is the 7th pitch of this at bat. He tries to go for a curveball, misses, and that's 2 walks in a row. I would think it's about time for the Homestead coaches to come out for a chat. And
yeah.
Here comes Coach Bile.
This will be an interesting decision. Cole's at 99 pitches.
Yep, I think that this is a game for, he's already pitched enough of a game already, but this is a game for a short leash. And I think I saw Coach Bile signal over, but I don't see anybody coming in yet.
Well, you thought if he was going to pull him, he would have pulled him by now, so.
Yep. Maybe we're going to see the coach give.
Let him battle through one more batter, one more hitter.
Have that next pitcher come in with bases loaded. And he pointed at Graham a couple of times. I don't know if.
Well, or is he pointing to down to the dugout?
Could have been.
Bullpen.
Yeah, the bullpen is over that direction.
I can't imagine they'd have.
Batter shows bunt, watches strike 1.
Graham had a pretty big outing pitch count on Saturday, so I can't imagine he'd be ready to go today.
I agree. Counts 0-1. There's no outs and there's 2 on.
All right, we got to be ready for some bunt defense here.
And there he goes. He bunts it down the third base line. Cole picks it up. Looks to third, but nobody. No chance there. He throws a little low. Help, and now we've gone Little League. So we threw to first. Didn't catch that ball. Threw it over the third baseman's head. Run scores. Men are on second and third. There are no outs.
Yeah, the Carroll runner rounded third when we made the throw to first, and he did go a little deep, but not deep enough really to make a play there. So that's a tough break for Homestead.
Yes, it is, and this is a tight game that just got tighter. It's now 1-2. The men are on second and third. There still are no outs. And there's a hard hit ball.
That's really deep.
To left center. It drops in the alley. Carter Matheson picks it up. He throws it into the cutoff man. Run scores. There's going to be a play at home. And he is
out
at the plate.
Got him. What a relay.
That was absolutely fantastic relay.
What a great play. That was Carter Matheson picking up the ball in the gap, relay into Jaden Lepper, who threw it home to Bryce, who made the tag. Both throws right on the money. Great tag by Bryce.
And we hold them to 1 run on that rather than 2. So the game is now tied at 2-2. There's a man on second. We got 1 out. And we're clearly seeing these hitters now able to catch up.
Yeah, I think Cole's over 100 pitches now. His fastball's lost a little bit of that steam. But he is working hard. He's doing a great job.
Let's go, Pruitt. Let's go, 6.
Great spots. Good job.
Nowhere.
PD. On your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
We are just noticing.
High score's a little bit off yet. That one's pounded into the ground. Micah makes the catch and throws it to Cole, who ran over to first just in time. They get the out at first. Runner advances to third, and there's 2 outs.
Boy, that was close.
That was super close. It was the right call, but I mean, it was a tight play. Scary.
These field turf infields on those chop infield, they stay up in the air so long, it's like a springboard, that it's hard to make those plays sometimes.
So much hang time, and you're just waiting for it to come down. You have no choice. There's nothing you can do about it as the infielder. But they played that one perfect. That one's ball low.
All right.
Man on third's being a little bit aggressive.
Yes, he is. Bryce has done a great job of staying in front of everything. He's going to have to do the same thing right here, keep that runner where he belongs, back down there at third base.
And that base runner, because we've got a right-handed batter up, blocking the view for Yoder to third, blocking the throw possibly.
He's got his eye on him.
He is definitely taking his liberties over there on third. And that's strike 1. 2-1.
Bryce thought about throwing it down to third. Unless it's an obvious play, I'm not sure we want to risk that overthrow.
And there's strike 2.
Great pitch.
It's 2-2. And the batter is over 2 today with a strikeout. And that one's high. Yoder snags that one. And the count is full.
He was bearing down for that one.
So we got a full count. We have 2 outs. And here's the money pitch.
Here we go, Cole. You got him.
He tries to drop in a curveball, misses, and runners on first and third. And the pitcher is back up to bat. He has walked twice today. And Coach Bile is coming out. I have a feeling this is it for Cole. He's pitched a great game so far.
Yes, he has. He has kept a very good Carroll baseball team to 2 runs. Almost through 5. Close, 4 2/3 innings. Great fastball today. Got that curveball in there once in a while for some great strikeouts. So let's see who they're bringing to the mound.
Here the fans giving him some love out there. Is it Jaden Lepper going to be on the mound?
I think it's JP.
So Jaden hasn't done any warming up because he's been out there playing short.
Yeah, that always makes me a little nervous, Dan, when we don't give someone a chance to go to the bullpen. But Jaden's got several innings. He's done this before for us this year. He's generally not going to walk anybody.
Yeah, mentally I think he's used to coming in these situations and just coming right from the short, right up to the mound. And so it's not something that he is afraid of doing.
So my guess is this means Brennan Wigert maybe to shortstop and maybe Nick Hockemeyer into second. We'll see how they line up. Or that's Gabe Goebel at second.
Gabe Goebel coming up second. Jaden's got his gold socks on today, so I think he's ready for battle.
Jaden's got a good fastball. He's got a curveball. He's got a changeup. He'll try to mix it up and keep the Carroll batters a off balance.
Cole made it through 4 2/3. Did really well. I think that's probably the best near 5 innings that he's pitched this season.
I would agree. He's, he had a couple times there he had to battle through some jams, but he got out of them. Had some runners in scoring position. Got a lot of strikeouts and got himself out of several situations. So yeah, Cole did a great job today. Really pleased to see. He almost got through 5 innings against one of the best teams in the area.
And folks, are up to 48 concurrent viewers now. That's welcome all of you out there. It's probably our biggest broadcast so far. I wonder if there's some Carroll fans out there that got the stream also.
If we get to 100 viewers, we'll turn this into a 24-hour sports network.
Yes, yes. The 100th viewer gets a free cupcake. You'll have to email us and let us know who you were. And so Coons, the pitcher, is back up. He's walked his first 2 plate appearances. I'm not sure he's going to get to do that this time.
Yeah, he does not have a very high batting average, but...
oh, there is a throwback to first. Drop the ball and run scores because Homestead was sleeping on that one.
You know, I don't think Mike realized it was not in his glove. He thought he had it, and he thought he had the tag, and I'm pretty sure he would have picked him off. So that's a really unfortunate break for Homestead. Looks like the runner on first might...
Did he get hit by the ball?
Or just...
Heart tag?
Yeah, not really sure. Maybe strained something in his abdomen after trying to dive back into first. Yeah, that's a really bad break for Homestead.
It is. Carroll gets the first lead of the game. And that one's low in the dirt.
That was heads-up base running because I think we were all fooled. We thought the ball was in the glove and the tag was in time. I think the only one who saw the ball wasn't in his glove was the runner on third.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Give him credit on that. And that's a nice pitch. And a throw back to first by Yoder. Not in time, but nice move. It's 1-1. 2 outs. That's a ball in the dirt, gets by Yoder, and the runner advances to second.
All right, Homestead's got to bear down here. Gave up the lead in this inning, and they've got another runner in scoring position, so we just need to get out of this inning.
Yeah, the Carroll ball club is well coached, good ball club, and you just can't give them the freebies.
That's right.
That's a ball outside. The count's 3-1. And Coons is thinking he might get his 3rd walk of the day.
Which for pitcher hitting 179, that would...
Coons takes off for first, but it's called a strike, and now the Homestead fans are giving him the business.
Yes, they are. Well deserved, because that wasn't even that close. I'm surprised he did that.
I think he was
Hopefully the strike zone just got a lot bigger.
That was the LeBron flop right there. He was hoping to get the call. And he drops that one in for strike 3. The second time Coons headed down thinking he got a walk, or pretending he got a walk. But I think that's like LeBron got the $5,000 fine for too much flopping. I think Coons...
Both of those weren't even close, obvious in the strike zone pitches. So he's a good pitcher, but he's not a good actor.
Needs to work on that one. No Oscars for him today.
No.
And Coons is staying on the mound. And now I think he's feeling his oats a little bit on that one. He wants to come back strong after heading down to first twice on 2 strikes. So I think he wants to come in and show that he's still a good player.
High score's pretty far behind here, so we'll have to see.
Yep, they are. They still got it at 2-2 with men on first and third the last half inning. So we're at the bottom of the 5th now. Carter Matheson up to bat. We're at the 2-3-4 hitters, and Carter is due. And this is the 3rd time he's facing Coons, so I don't envy Coons on this one.
No, he's seen him a couple times now, so.
And I think Carter would like to go ahead and tie this game with one swing.
Yeah, he's definitely the one hitter that can do that and has proved to do that.
Let's go, Carter. Pitcher's getting a new ball. He wants one that's not going to go out of the park.
They don't make any of those, I don't believe.
And the crowd's getting noticeably quiet. That's ball one. And we've seen this happen before in games where a normally vocal crowd suddenly becomes quiet when Carter's up to bat.
Yes.
I think everybody's just wondering, is this going to be the one? And that's ball two. He is not throwing strikes just yet.
No, he's not.
Nibbling on the edges. Goes for one inside that he's gotten called a strike in the past, but he misses the spot for ball three. I have a feeling Carter's going to be on first base after this pitch.
I hope Homestead coaching staff gives him the green light though on 3-0.
I certainly do. Carter was loaded.
Oh.
He hits a soft grounder straight to the pitcher, and that's for an out.
Well, I'm glad he got the green light. He just missed that one. Got on top of it.
Yeah. Carter's unhappy with that at bat.
He's got a high bar for himself.
He does. He does. I mean, it's good to be doing so well.
Absolutely.
That you're unhappy anytime you're not on first or somewhere. It's called strike one. Caleb.
All right, let's see if Caleb can get something going here. We need a base runner.
Caleb's got one of Homestead's 2 hits, and he's just about to get 2, and he does.
Oh.
The right fielder lays out.
Big
This is going to be a triple now because he laid out. He's going way back. They're now thrown into the cutoff man, and there is Caleb with a stand-up triple, an absolutely fantastic piece of hitting, which we so expect with Caleb.
Absolutely.
But
That's
just absolutely roped that one, and it
Yes.
was tailing to the right. That right fielder should have known better than drop down for
in
that
a
one.
one-run game. That's a huge mistake by Carroll. I mean, I appreciate the aggressive play when a baseball player is trying to go after it, but great piece of hitting by Caleb again, and now tying run sitting on third.
Yep, and Wiegert is due here today.
You think Homestead coaching staff might go small ball here and bunt him in?
I don't know if we've seen Wiegert drop a bunt yet this
We
year.
haven't played hardly any small ball this
How many
year.
people have we seen drop a bunt this year? That's called strike one. Bring him in, Brennan. RBI's waiting for you. That one's in the dirt. Catcher drops down on his knees and blocks that one.
Yeah, with this short fence, you got to make a really good decision if you're going to come in on a pass ball.
And folks at home, I know you can't see it from the camera view, but Caleb Colpine standing on third over there to the left of your screen. And he is threatening to come in. Counts 1-1. It's a change. Uyghur gets a piece of it, fouls it off down the third base line, and it's 1-2. Uyghur's got to protect now.
Put in play, score a run. I'll take a ground out. Scores a run.
Let's go, Uyghur.
Come on, Brennan.
And that's a hard hit ball. It's going way back. The center fielder is back on it. He catches it, but we're going to score the run. That's a great sac fly,
Yes,
great
it
piece of hitting.
is.
And it is a 3-3 tied ball game.
Yep. Great job. Got that plenty deep enough to score. Score Caleb at third base. So great job, Brennan. Just what we needed. Traded a run for an out here, but that brings a Mountain Conference. I think they may be pulling him, Dan.
Yep, and he's done. And I'm not sure who's come. Oh, somebody was out in the bullpen. And the number 25. Looking at
might
our
be
notes, it's great.
Worrell.
Worrell. Yep. And so Worrell has a similar ERA to Coons, 1.94. Coons was 2.42. Whirls has pitched 18 innings this season so far, so he's very much one of their dependent on pitchers.
Yeah, actually, Will's a good, very good pitcher. Probably one of the top sophomore pitchers in the state. I actually know him a little bit just over the years of that sophomore class. Played for some of those Northside teams in the travel ball. Know his dad a little bit from the landscaping business, Visionscape.
Oh,
They take care of all the American Senior Community properties around Fort Wayne. So
all right.
Will's a tough pitcher. Homestead's gonna have to be patient and wait for something over the plate.
Looks like he's got one of those 3/4 arm slots going there too. Looks like he's chewing some gum too. I think gum's not allowed on this field because it's turf field.
We should report that.
Might throw him off his game.
That's right. I didn't think they allowed seeds either, but I'm looking at about 10,000 seeds in the turf right in front of us. All right.
Luke Palmer up to bat.
Come on, Luke.
Be the first one to face Whirl. And that first one's in the dirt, blown away. 1-0. It looks like he's got a pretty fast tempo normally. And that's in for strike one. 1-1. Right center, right center. Luke holds on that one. Oh, the umpire calls that one going around.
Well, I wish they would ask a little help for the first baseman,
Yeah.
'cause I don't think he went on that one.
And it's 1-2. And Luke fouls that one off.
Shakes him off.
And that's outside for ball two. It's 2-2. And that one was high. A little chin music almost.
Yeah.
Full count.
All right, good job, Luke.
And that one's in the dirt for ball four.
All right.
And Luke's aboard. Michael Long up to bat.
I'd like to see Luke in second before Micah swings.
Yeah, I'm sure this pitcher didn't want to come in and walk the first guy. And he started off with a 1-2. And now he's pitching from the stretch. We'll see how he does from the stretch. He's a right-handed pitcher, so he doesn't have a good look back at Luke. And that's strike one.
That was not much of a pause there. Looked like a balk to me.
And Luke's going, and he's going to make it easy because that one was in the dirt.
All right, there we go.
So it's 1-1. We got a runner in scoring position. And that's called strike, and it's 1-2. Let's go, Micah. Be aggressive here. Be aggressive.
All right, let's
Deal a blow
him
right
play.
here. And that one's in the dirt, and Luke's on his way to third.
Boy, I'd like to see one more of those because I'm pretty sure Luke is coming.
One more of those will be fine.
So those at home can't see, but Luke Palmer is lurking just off the left of your screen.
If there's one that gets by the catcher on this one, you'll expect Luke to head home, and Micah fights that one off. 2-2.
Good job, Micah.
And if you're the catcher, you don't want to be the one that's trying to stop Luke from scoring. 205 pounds coming at you pretty fast.
That's right. Be a linebacker barreling down from third base. Good
Micah
job,
spoils
Micah.
it again. It's 2-2. Like to see one get away from this pitcher again right now.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to throw anything but fastballs. He's probably a little nervous about his control, so hopefully Mike can just time out this fastball, see if he dares throw an off-speed pitch.
And Micah gets under that one.
Yep.
The center fielder looks like he's going to be under it, and he is for out number 3, unfortunately. But we at least scored 1 and tied the game up. So after 5, we're all tied up, 3-3.
I think that might have been a change-up. Just got the timing just a little bit off for Micah.
Yep.
Well, Dan, did you expect anything different for Homestead Carroll?
I did not. It's a good game, good baseball. Both teams are playing really well. I like to see it. I like to see both teams playing well. The non-competitive games, quite frankly, aren't near as fun. It's fun for all the guys to run at their stats. But this is what baseball should be like. I wish every game was like this. The teams would all get better facing good competition like this all the time.
Well, for Homestead, I'm just glad we're going to see a good team tonight. We're facing good pitching. I expect the same for the Dwenger game tomorrow, and I expect the same for the 2 Snyder games Saturday. And frankly, we need to go against those better teams and the better pitching.
Yes, we do.
Prepare this team for the playoffs.
Yep. And not being in the conference, that's what it's all about for us, is preparing for the playoffs.
That's right. They had the sectional draw on Sunday, Dan, for state playoffs, which I'm surprised they had it that early, actually.
I think it surprised everybody, surprised all of us parents, because our sons didn't bother to tell us about the pairing show. I think all we get from our kids is when they walk in the door, how was your day? Good.
Yes.
How was school? Fine.
Grunt.
Grunt. Did you clean your room? No answer.
That's right. Grunt once for yes, grunt twice for no.
But we did find out about the sectional pairing shows, got to watch it, and Homestead drew Southside in the first game. We did not get the bye this year. I think we've had the bye the past 2 years. This year we did not, so to get out of sectionals, we will have to win 3 games.
And face the Southside
Archers,
nemesis in
yes,
game 1.
And they've become our nemesis. They have beaten Homestead in the past 2 sectionals. There was, of course, no sectionals, no baseball last year, but the past 2 sectionals, and so I think this team would like to beat Southside this year.
Well, and hopefully we can beat Carroll tonight. So a 3-3 game going to the top of the 6th here. What a game.
Yes, it's a fantastic game. That one's pounded into the ground. JP makes the play. He throws it to first. And that's out number 1 on 1 pitch.
That is typical JP.
Quintessential. He's not only a good pitcher, good ground ball pitcher, but he's also a good fielder.
Yes.
He played that one perfectly.
Yep. Good pitch down in the zone. Got him to chop it. Got a routine out.
He brings that one in ball low.
All right. Oh, that's well hit into right field. Luke's coming in on it and made the play. Great job, Luke. Didn't look like he got quite all that off-speed pitch. And that's what JP does. Jade, excuse me, I still call him JP. Jade just keeps him off balance. Well, I'm learning to, there we go. 2 outs, folks. So we're on the top of the 6th. Steady rain, a light rain continues to fall here at the Ash Center. Jaden Lepper on the mound. Bryce Yoder behind the plate. We've got Mr. Kirk up to bat, off the bat, heading towards left field. Might be foul, and it is foul, just foul. That's a hard visual for us where we're positioned here, but looks like that dropped about 10 feet foul. Left fielder Caleb Colpine was coming in after it. Third baseman Graham was going after it. No one can quite get there. right, 2 outs. Count is 0-1. Ball low. Jaden's going to move the ball around. He's going to change speeds. He's going to try to keep those hitters off balance here. So let's see if he can't get him another ground ball situation. Low again. Counts 2-1 now. Definitely a critical part of the game here. I'd like to just finish this off right here. Strike in the inside part of the plate. 2-2. Good pitch. Fastball fouled off towards right field. We had a fly ball in right field, Dan. Luke Palmer charged it, made a great out, and for the second out, now we're at a 2-2 count here.
Yeah, glad to hear that. Sorry I missed it.
Got him.
Got him with strike 3.
Curveball.
Beautiful pitch.
Started out of the zone and dropped right in. Fooled the hitters.
And that was a quick half inning. I'd like to see that. And we are at the bottom of the 6th. We could put up some runs right here and then knock them out in the next half inning. That'd be fantastic.
Yes, that would. That rain is getting a little more steady.
Yes, I would call it a steady light rain. Our camera up there is unprotected. I wish I had something to protect it with, but I really don't have anything to protect it with. But I'm not noticing anything on the screen yet for the camera, the lens, so we're getting lucky there.
Yeah, we need a plastic bag donation.
I need a camera umbrella. Well, we're at the 7-8-9 batter, starting with Graham Collin here. He smoked one last time up and unfortunately got nothing for it because he hit it, that beauty of a line drive, directly at the left fielder. Hopefully the pitcher's speed is a little bit different. And he'll smoke one not at somebody. This one's to right center. We got 2 people chasing after it, and the right fielder makes an excellent play to get that one. And that's unfortunate because once again, Graham hit the ball hard. He hit it well. He hit that one even in a good spot.
Yeah,
but it hung up there just a little too long.
It just hung up a little bit. That was really close to.
Half second less in the air, they would not have gotten to that.
No, that center fielder made a great play on a full run, probably about 30, 40 yards to his left.
Yep, good on him. Jaden shows bunt, and it's called strike. And we got a little breeze coming in on our face now, so it's not only rainy and wet, it's getting a little cold.
I wonder if that's why that ball hung up a little bit.
That could be.
Seems to be blown in now.
And that one's a ball low. Leper's 0 for 2 today. I think he's due. Swung a little late on that one. And that's 1-2 pitch. And you were right about Worrell. He's doing a nice job here pitching.
He's a good pitcher. Been watching him for years.
And that one's low and in the dirt. That's the one we needed for Luke to score on that last half.
Yes, yes it is. All right, we got to find a way to get a base runner.
Jaden hits that one a hot shot directly at the third baseman, who does a good job of getting his whole body in front of that one to make that play. Throws him out at first.
Yeah, it looks like number 16's playing third base, which I don't have him on. I'll have to pull him up. You know, we're typically, when we play Carroll, we're used to seeing Jared Hanshew on third base, Dan.
Yeah, he's got injuries, I understand.
He does. He's had an off-season.
That's Duba.
Oh, there we go. Mr. Duba's at third.
Here we go. We got 2 outs. Bryce Yoder's up to bat. And I'd call him due right now. It's ball 1.
Jared Hanshew's played with some of the Homestead boys over the last couple years during the summer, but he's got a knee injury.
And that's ball 2.
Might possibly join Carroll a little bit later. I talked to his mother last week, so never want to see that, even for a Carroll player.
No. Never wish ill on anybody. You want to win the games, but you never wish ill on anybody. And that's a ball outside, and
there we go, Bryce.
the world gets way behind.
I'd love to see Bryson get on here, being the catcher. We could potentially sneak on some speed.
And he pitches one in for strike 1. That's 3-1 now.
All right, Bryce.
Hitters count.
Be picky, though. Make sure it's there.
And that comes in for the low strike call, which we've seen today.
Yes, we have.
And it's suddenly a full count. And I hate to say it, but I call it advantage Worrell right here. But that was a high one, but fouled off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it would have been called strike, but I also think he probably had to try to go after that one. So good job, Bryce, to foul it away.
Oh,
there we
that
go.
was an easy
Good
one to
at bat,
lay
Bryce.
off. And then it's ball 4. The
All right.
order's aboard, and we're at the top of the order.
And just like I suspected, we
Braden
get
Hardwick coming out to first.
Mr. Hardwick coming in for our catcher. Got some speed on first base.
Yep, and these Carroll players probably know about Braden Hardwick's speed because they got to see a lot of it in the football games.
Absolutely.
I think, as a matter of fact, that Braden broke the record for the number of yards rushed in the Homestead Carroll game last fall.
You know,
number of yards rushed in a single game.
It's a great time to talk about all those records that were broken against Carroll.
I think we broke just about every record that there was for a single game against that Carroll team. That score was insane. The two teams together scored, I think, well over 100 points.
Absolutely.
And that was a swinging strike 1.
All right, Nick. Come on, buddy. Do your job. 2 outs, so base hit. Let's move this runner around. Let's get Braden a second here.
And there he goes. He had a big lead on that one. This ball is hit hard. The right center fielder's back, but he gets under it and makes the play. It was a well-struck ball. Went deep, deep. I would venture to say it was pretty close to the warning track.
2 big hits that inning, but both were caught. So I think Homestead better. That's still a good sign, Dan. I like to see that we've had a couple hard hit balls, so we're still in the meat of our order in the 7th.
Yep, I certainly hope that we get to quick 3 outs here. And I'm happy to say that we're at 2, 3, 4 in our order. So, and they are due. Carter's due in this game. Colping's always due.
Yes, yes. But we've got some work to do first. So let's.
Yes, we first got to get these 3 outs.
See if Jaden continue to get some ground balls and a couple strikeouts possibly, and let's get to our bats in the bottom of the 7th here.
And we hit 54 viewers at our max so far today. That's a pretty good sign. I think maybe they opened Syria up so they could watch us too. Just noticed my chair's wet.
Looks like,
should have brought a towel to this game.
Looks like number 1, so Mr. Needon, so the 2-hitter for Carroll will be up. So they're at the top of their order too, Dan.
They're in the exact same spot that we are.
Yes, they are.
So Needon's is 0 for 1.
Boy, you know, the other factor here with this rain continues to come, the turf is now wet.
Yep.
The sliding ball, the slippery ball, excuse me, and the player sliding will slide a little further, so there's a little bit, another element to deal with.
Yep. Needon's 0 for 1 today with 2 walks and a strikeout. I'd like to see another strikeout here, or just a ground ball for an out. I won't get greedy.
Heads up.
And the ball's on the field, and there's timeout. Ball just fouled off of a other field next to us and landed on our field. Yeah, it's high for ball 1. Folks haven't made the plug for Cook's Delight Soup yet today. It's my only advertiser, and they're really not paying me. But Cook's Delight Soup, look them up on the internet. You'll never have a better soup base in your life. And that's ball 2 low.
All right, Jaden. Do your thing, put him in there, low, off speed, mix it up.
And that's ball 3 high. Wonder if the weather's starting to affect the pitching a smidge.
Yeah.
Cold,
Getting
wet.
that grip on the ball in cold, wet weather is tough.
The landing on that turf mound, probably a little slippery. And that one comes in for a strike. 3-1. Needens is open for his 3rd walk of the game. He smokes one straight up center. Carter Matheson there to field it, and he throws it into second, keeping Needens on first. So that's a single to start off the inning.
Yeah, we just got a little behind there and had to put some over the plate, and Needens hitting in the 2 spot, so you know he's going to be a good hitter.
Yep. And Needens is a name that we've known for years.
Batting about 300 this year.
Yep, doing a nice job. And we're Duba up to bat, the 3rd baseman. Oh, there was a pickoff attempt at first. That gets away.
On, keep him at second, boys.
Players pick it up, and the man's now on second in scoring position with no outs.
Yeah, I hate to see that in these situations. It's not a walk, it's not a pass ball, but it's definitely an error that gives a free base, and in a 3-3 game to hand, we don't want to do that.
Not at all. And he lays down a nice bunt. JP misses the pickup, throws it to first, but they're safe at first. And we've got 2 aboard with no outs.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the wet ball or what happened. He went to go pick it up and just couldn't grip it and had to double clutch, and that was all the time that runner needed to be safe at first. So Homestead's definitely in a jam here.
It's 3-3 in the top of the 7th. There are no outs. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Catcher goes out to give the 1st and 3rd call for what the play is going to be on this one if anybody attempts to make a move.
I fully expect Carroll to move that runner on first and do what they can to see if they can coax Homestead into a mistake here.
There's a hit to right field. Luke Palmer's going over there. It's tailing a little bit, and he gets over and makes the plays. And the runner is going to score. Nothing you can do about that one with where that ball was hit.
Yeah, that was hit pretty deep. No real chance to make a play at the plate there.
And that's it. The Carroll takes the lead now, 4-3. And there is 1 out. Man on first.
Yeah, we still got some work to do.
Yes, we do. That one's popped up foul. Out of play. Counts 0-1.
Well, let's keep this to 1 run here. We just need an out, so double play opportunity.
Here we go, 6. Let's go, Burner.
He pounds that one into the ground. It goes foul to the 3rd base line. And it's 0-2. JP's ahead on this one.
Yeah, we're still in the meat of their order. This is Berwick. He's a junior, hitting .417.
Yeah, I think he has the highest batting average on the team.
Yes, he does.
Well, I see. Actually, I'm wrong about that. Coons, .476.
That's Worrell.
Oh, that's Worrell. I'm reading off the wrong line. Has Worrell been in the lineup today?
I expect him to be in the lineup.
He reaches
here
a
we
bat
go.
out, gets first, but nothing at second. The ball gets overthrown, but off the fence, so it bounces back. So they do not.
You got to help on that. Can't slide into him.
Yeah, that was.
There's a question about whether or not they broke up the base runner broke up the double play.
Yeah, it was a late slide, and he slid over the bag, slid pretty hard into Gabe Goebel trying to make the turn on that. That was a ground ball.
The umps are going to come out and talk about it a little bit here.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see if they make that call. Definitely, it was a late slide.
I think it was clearly,
he slid the bag.
Yeah, it was clearly the intent of the base runner to break that one up.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's hard to decipher or tell if it was intentional.
And the umps call him out. It's a double play.
I think that was the right call. He definitely slid late and interfered with Gabe's ability to make that throw.
Yep, and that's all it takes. Not allowed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure the Carroll coach is arguing it right now, but probably can't be too surprised.
It seems to be a more perfunctory argument, because he has to make the
Correct.
argument.
He's the Carroll coach there, so. But the damage is done, Dan. So
It
Homestead's going to have to do with the bats. Only 3 runs on the board, so this is by far the lowest scoring outing for Homestead all year. Carroll's done a good job with their pitching to keep us off balance, and we'll see what we can do here. We do have a couple decent batters coming up to the plate, though, don't we, Dan?
And I know Carter would very much like to put a good bat on the ball right here. Just looking for a good hit is all we need.
Yeah.
Good hit.
Carter was definitely frustrated his last at bat, so hopefully he's channeled that frustration and channels it right into the barrel of that bat.
Yes, and that's just the kind of a player that Carter is. He doesn't take that frustration and cause him to question anything. He takes that frustration and he takes it out on the ball.
He's always been a fiery competitor, and usually that makes him play better. And so now's your time, Carter.
So nobody I'd rather have coming up to bat in this situation than Carter, followed by Caleb Colping. Easily we could come away with a run or two from these 2 batters.
Yep, let's see what Carter can do here.
And that one's a low strike.
Even seems to get a little lower as the game's going on. That really was a tough call there.
And that one's a ball. Boy, oh boy.
Missed outside, but about the same height as the first one.
It sure looked like. And Carter smokes a line drive down the third base line.
We go.
It is well into left field.
There we go. He's going for
left
2.
fielder picks it up on the bounce. Carter slides into second, and there we go, opening up with a double. Absolutely fantastic piece of hitting. Carter was due, and Carter came through.
Yes, he did.
And now Caleb Colping is up to bat. Love to see a trademark Caleb Colping double right here to score Carter.
Yes. It's I don't think you go small ball here. I think you let him swing the bat.
I don't think you could go small ball with Caleb Colping.
No, after Caleb is a different story. We got to get Carter in.
Absolutely. Manufacture a run after that, but with Caleb, he is just such a fantastic, steady hitter. You got to let him swing. This is an exciting game, folks. No outs. Tying run in scoring position on second. And Caleb gets called strike 1, low and inside, but
it's that
it's
similar
been called today.
Yeah, you're right.
And I imagine he's going to shoot for that spot 3 times.
Now that's an interesting catcher came out to make a call to the infield.
What do you expect he's calling there?
You know, that's a good question. The first baseman's playing pretty shallow, so I think they're assuming we're going to manufacture something.
And he smokes it up. Oh, but he's safe. That was a line drive straight at the shortstop. Makes a fantastic play, but luckily Carter's able to get back, because I'll tell you what, that is one that was good base running on Carter's part to freeze on that line drive, because that easily could have ended up in a double play.
Yes, it could have. That was heads up play for Carter to make sure that got through, and it did not. That's really too bad. Caleb really smoked that ball.
Oh, that was Carter was going to score on that one. Wiegert's up. Wiegert's 0 for 1 today. He's due. And that's a ball in the dirt. Catcher's looking for it, but nothing for Carter to do there. Can't get to third on that one. 0-1. I'm sorry, 1-0. 1 out. The score is 4-3. The tying run is on second. The go-ahead run is at the plate. And that's not the go-ahead run. That's the winning run.
That's right. Oh my goodness.
That strike is, I think, getting lower every time. So it's 1-1.
Yeah, that's mid-chin.
Yep, they're going to be shooting for that one, I think.
All right, Brandon, come on.
1-1.
Yep, calls out the count. I'm not sure who asked for it, but it's 1-1.
With 1 out now, we really got to find a way to get Carter in. At least extend this game.
Sweet. Wiegert smokes the ground ball between the shortstop and the third baseman. Carter Matheson scores. The game is tied. Wiegert's on first. Fantastic piece of hitting.
Great
This
job.
game is all tied up, folks. There's still 1 out. Luke Palmer's up to bat.
Great job, Brennan. Hit the ball really hard, right between shortstop and third base.
No one had a play on that one. It was
No
just
chance.
went way too fast out of the end.
Carter had a good jump. He recognized it was going through right away and scored easily.
And we got the coach coming out to have a talk with the pitcher.
That was a quick mound visit.
It was. Possibly some strategy for the base runner. Possibly some strategy for the batter. Luke's due today. He's 0 for 2 with a strike on the walk.
Only 1 out, and that third baseman is playing deep, Dan.
Yes, he is. He's suggesting maybe a bunt. And that's ball high.
His strike zone is consistently low. He does not give him the waist-high strike, but he's definitely given the low strike.
Yes, he is. So it's 1 out. 4-4. That was high also. Luke holds.
Boy, he's itching. He's itching. He's trying
is.
to pull that trigger. He almost wanted to go around, but did a good job of laying off.
That high ball that seems to look so good, but he held off luckily. 2-0.
Come on, Luke. Here we go.
The hitter's count here. And Luke hits a ball that is fouled just barely down the left field line. That was going to be a double all day long.
That was I'm pretty sure that would have scored Brennan.
That's true. Good point. That would have been a game.
Yeah, missed by maybe a foot.
Yep, that was a fine struck ball.
Brennan had a good jump and was rounding second. All right.
See if he can do that again.
Still
Only
ahead.
Straighten it out a smidge. And Luke unintentionally fouls one off, and the count is 2-2.
It was a little high, but that happens from time to time.
Yep. It's always unfortunate.
Still alive, though. Still alive. Here we go.
Nope, and he gets him a strike 3. 2 outs.
All right.
The score is 4-4. The tying runs on first. Micah Long is up to bat. Big lead over there for Hawk.
Oh, here we go.
Overthrown. I'm sorry, for Wiegert. Overthrown. And he is now on second. He's in scoring position. Micah's up. 2 outs.
That's a big mistake by Carroll. He's not really a danger to score from first. I know you want to shorten that lead, but now a single could win the game for Homestead.
And that's just what we want. Pitcher's looking for a new ball. He'd like a dry one, I think. Got an exciting game going here.
Oh boy, this is Homestead Carroll, 4-4, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, winning run on second base. Oh.
And he throws that one a mile over the catcher, and we've got a runner on third. We've got some unruly fans. Got some fans making some unfriendly comments.
The student section's getting riled up right now. Come on, Micah.
Let's go, Micah. Ball 2. And the score, I'm getting too excited here. I'm not keeping track of the pitches here. Sorry about that. Counts 2-0. There are 2 outs. The winning run stands on third. Oh, and he hits Micah. And there are now 2 on. Not that it matters. And Graham Collin is up to bat. Graham Collin has struck the last 2 balls incredibly hard and got nothing for it. I think this is the chance for him to get something out of these hits. Braden Hartwick coming back out as a courtesy pinch runner for Michael Long. I'm not sure. I guess they're going to try and move him to second on the steal.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That one really doesn't matter other than they
get rid of a force out
get rid
possibility.
Of the force out. Yeah.
And all we need is one well-struck ball here. And it's chin music for ball 1. I think the pitcher's a little rattled.
All right, here we go, Graham. Come on, do your job. Single wins the game.
And that one's inside. And
here we go.
Pass
Play at the
ball,
plate.
and it is a pass ball to win the game, 5-4. What a finish,
wow.
folks. This game did not disappoint. Both teams played well, as expected. It's 2 good programs.
Umpires are going to talk about it.
I'm not sure what they're going to talk about.
Do they think that maybe hit Graham?
It was off his jersey, maybe? Because it.
They're Carroll's asking if whether it hit the batter. That's my guess. That's what else could the discussion be, Dan?
That has to be it.
All right. I think that they had to have been asking whether it hit Graham. It was an inside pitch. I don't think there's any interference at all there. I think it was strictly whether or not it hit his jersey, and they were at that point asking for a miracle.
Yep. So an absolutely fantastic ball game. Both teams played very well. It was a 6-hit to 5-hit game, even though my own scoreboard didn't show that exactly. That's a 6-hit to 5-hit game. It's everything we expected in a Homestead Carroll game. I am glad that Homestead came out victorious in this one, in the first of what will end up being a 4-game series by these 2 teams against each other. I'm very glad we're going to be playing this team 3 more times because it's going to give us just the kind of experience that we need for the playoffs to make sure that we can do our best to make a deep run into the playoffs this year.
Absolutely. Homestead's got to learn how to win games like this with, against good pitching, against good hitting, and a really good team. So that's a good win for Homestead. Exciting end there on a wild pitch. Will Worrell does a good job. That's a great sophomore pitcher Carroll's got. So,
absolutely.
I feel a little bad for him, but he's got a bright future ahead of him. So,
but he did an absolutely great job of pitching, as did Coons before him. Both, I think Homestead saw as good a pitching as they've seen in this entire season.
Absolutely.
Against these 2 Carroll pitchers, and now we see why Carroll has 40 total runs scored against him on the season coming into this game. And I'm glad that we were able to contribute to that and add some more on there, and clearly above the average for what they had been seeing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm now itching for that 3-game series in a couple weeks. That's going to be a great series, Homestead and Carroll.
It is, absolutely. We're going to enjoy that. It looks like there's another game coming in to be played after hours here on this field. So we're going to pack up and call it a night, not the least of which the reasons will be because we're still getting rained on. And
absolutely.
Time to get the gear
Almost
put
hit
away.
60, Dan.
Almost hit 60 viewers during this game. We're happy to see all you folks out there. We enjoy doing this, and hopefully you guys enjoy some of our broadcast. Actually, we see the peak was 58 viewers during the game. So keep tuning in. We're going to be hopefully here tomorrow night against Bishop Dwenger, probably on this same field. We'll do our best to give you a good camera angle and good broadcasting. And we're signing off. This is Dan Palmer.
This is Craig Collin.
And have a great evening.